He's come up to my room almost every night for years. He's about 6 feet tall, if I had to guess. He's very old, at least 70. He's always heavily dressed in thick layers of clothing, making it difficult to guess his weight or body type. To be completely honest, I'm not entirely sure he is a male. That's just a placeholder pronoun, I suppose. He's never gotten into my room, I'm sure of that. He's tried. Mostly just stands outside my room, on the deck, pressed up against the glass window of the double doors. He can get up on the deck directly from an outside staircase. I tried removing the steps last month. He didn't come up that night. The next morning, the mangled, flattened body of my 16-year-old cat had been shoved through the mail slot of the main entrance on the ground floor. I spent that day repairing the deck staircase. I used to not have curtains over the glass double doors. The first night he came, he was in full view. The lower half of his face was pressed against the glass. A thick hood covered his eyes. His mouth opened, and he started to lick the glass in a small circle, while his wrinkled hands rubbed against the door, creating a horrible squeaking sound. Immediately I screamed. As I fumbled for my phone to call the police, he slammed a fist on the door, turned around, and jumped over the deck railing. When the police arrived, I gave them my description and told them where he went. This all happened around 1 a.m., as it has ever since. Now, my deck is about 3 stories off the ground, down sheer cliff overlooking a field. While most people would probably survive the fall, they wouldn't do so without seriously fucking up something. You'd think an elderly man would break his legs, rendering him stationary. At the base of the deck, the police found 2 deep boot imprints, presumably where he fell. Leading off from the imprints was a clear trail where he had gone through the tall grass. Shallow, alternating left and right prints led through the trail with a long stride. He hit the ground and sprinted. Possibly uninjured. The police followed the trail into the woods at the edge of my property. About 50 feet in, there was a small, makeshift camp. It had a brown pup tent, a small fire pit, and a pile of dead rodents. One rodent was skewered over the pit. I told the police I did not want this camp on my property, and it was taken down. Almost every night since, around 1 a.m., he's there. If I call the police, he runs. I bought a shotgun, prepared to defend myself. I sat up, waiting. I've done this a few times, and when I do, he doesn't come. Not until I doze off. Then I wake to the squeaking sound of skin against glass. He makes sure I know he's still there, then he runs. If I do anything to prevent him getting up, something of mine breaks the next morning. In the case of my removal of the stairs, he killed my cat. Otherwise, he's always outside. Standing on the deck. Pressed against the glass. I bought some curtains and hung them over the doors. I never go out there anymore, and I never pull the curtains back. I only know he's still here because of the horrible squeaking sound. I tried to move out. Tried to sell the house and leave. The morning after I posted the listing, a small note scrawled on birch bark was tossed in my mail slot. On it, the personal details of every member of my immediate family were listed. I pulled the house listing immediately. If I'm ever gone for more than a few days, I come back to broken windows, destroyed houseplants, and dug up yard. After a week-long vacation once, I came home to find all my goldfish fried in a pan on my stove. The police have tried to get me to move away. I don't think I can tell them about the note. I'm almost positive something bad will happen if I do. Ever since the stairs incident, he's gotten bolder. He's been in the house while I'm here, and I think he's always around, not just in the middle of the night anymore. I've caught glimpses of him. I always immediately run to my bedroom. I've heard him fiddle with the lock. I swear I've heard both doors to this room rattle simultaneously. He wants to get in here. For now, I think I'm safe. I have my shotgun in case he tries to attack. While I know he's gotten into the house, I'm sure he'll never get into my room. I've walled myself in, you see. Last time I left this house was when I fixed the outside stairs. I've since walled off the door to my bedroom, and the only way out is through the glass doors on the deck. I'll have to leave eventually, and I know he'll be waiting. If he isn't, then I can only pray for my family. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe.